blessing come. Because there's no shadow of doubt in my mind that God will bless me with my heart's desires. And I think I am that am God, because when I look around the room, I realize that many begin to rise this morning. And that's a blessing this morning. I think I am that am God, that there was no bad news via telephone, via text this morning. But all is well. And today I'm going to be brief. You'll find me talking about a black Jesus. Talking about the great I am, that I am God. And I think I am that I am God because many times when we begin to walk this road called life, and sometimes this road called life, it brings us good tidings, and sometimes it brings us great joy. But then there are days sometimes when it looks like the sun is not going to shine anymore. There are those days and it seems like there's discomfort on every hand. There are days that it seems like you just may not have strength in your body to press onward. But I think I am that I am God this morning. I just stopped by just for a little while, just to let somebody know that God is still God. That God is still in the blessing business. You know, I think I am that I am God, first of all, for the class school of wisdom. Because in the class school of wisdom, I sat as a student back in 1984. And I began to get the teachings that will come from God's servants. And the one teacher that I loved is when my teacher began to tell me that God dwells on the inside. Everything that I need, everything that I want, everything that I think about, God already knows. He already knows before I begin to ask for those things that I may want God to do. But I think I am that I am God because she also taught me, she said, every day is not going to be sunny. Every day that is not going to be so comfortable in your life. But what she did for me is she began to give me a God and tell me that there was nothing that was too hard for God. I believe Mother Rebekah began to prep me and begin to prepare me for the things that may come in my life. And she began to give me every good tiding of I am that I am God, every good tool that I can reflect back on, every good tool that I can grab to let somebody know that I can be encouraged and that you can be encouraged. And sometimes we just have to remember those scriptures that sometimes will come our way. So you'll find me this morning in the book of Isaiah. Amen. You'll find me in the 45th chapter. You'll find me in the 40th chapter of Isaiah. Then you'll find me in the book of Jeremiah. Amen. 29:11. And I think I am that am God. In Isaiah 45, he said, I am the Lord, and there is none else. There is no God beside me. I girdle thee, though thou hast not known me. And in the class school of wisdom, in my traveling, you know, before I got there, I thought I knew the Lord. You know, I thought I knew that there was a God that if I didn't do right, if I didn't always speak right, then there was something of the adversary that was going to take place. But I think I am that am God for the class school of wisdom, that it began to tell me that if I didn't know no better, then God didn't expect me to do any better. But once I found out who my God was, in the 3rd chapter of Exodus, I learned who he was. And I learned who to call him. I am that I am God. And ever since that day, I think I am that I am God, that I'm able to get up and walk through some muddy waters. Said there is no God before me. I learned that I wasn't going to put my husband before God. I wasn't going to put the wife before God. I wasn't going to put my kids before God. But there was none that was greater than the great I am that I am God. And I think I am that God said that they may know from the rising of the sun from the west that there is none beside me. And I wonder why Isaiah had to repeat that. God had to keep telling them there is none beside me. And I realized that people will make a lot of stuff their God. You understand? They'll make their men their God. They'll make their kids their God. They make their women their God. They'll make these jobs their God. But I think I am that am God, that there is none besides the great I am that I am God. He said, I am the Lord and there is none else. I form the light. I create darkness. I make peace. And he also said, this is a God that nobody talks about. He said, and I create evil. I am the Lord thy God. I do what? All things. Amen. So that helped me to realize that when some things come to trouble my mind and some things come to trouble my heart,